All right, today we are going to basically sound meter some stuff. We're gonna kind of focus on 22 LR silencers and hosts because those are really the quietest firearm silencer combo you can really get. So we'll use our switchback and we'll test a couple competitor cans. Let's see. And we'll just kind of see how those compare. And additionally, we'll sound test some stuff you might just encounter in your daily life, some other considerably loud impulse noises, and that way you can kind of compare and see how loud are these really. So we are going to shoot our Ruger 7722 with a 20-inch barrel. It's a pretty quiet host. It's a bolt gun, so you don't have any action noise. And then we'll also shoot a couple of competitor cans. We've got a K-baffle design and a thread together cone baffle design. And yeah, let's see how it all does. All right, so got 136.6 average at the muzzle and just over 131 at the ear. Kind of funny, that's about how loud a 223 bolt gun would be suppressed with a decent suppressor, and that's unsuppressed. Five, right? Yeah, so you got 114.2 average at the muzzle, 116 flat at the ear, average. Go ahead. All right, so we're 115.4 the muzzle, 116.1 at the ear for that one. And then next we're doing switchback in its default config. You're good. Okay, that string we got 115.8 at the muzzle, 115.1 at the ear. And then last, let's do the rifle optimized config. So to kind of go into detail on that, traditionally, silencers have all their baffles facing the same direction. You've got a cone kind of design stacking like that. And that works great to help burn propellant and gases. But on a 22 where your barrels are typically extremely long with a very limited amount of propellant, that's kind of all burnt up pretty quick. And once all your propellant's burnt up, you actually find that switching this around, turning it into basically a supersonic diffuser, it's kind of a weird concept. I guess we could go into detail on something else, but the gist of it is it makes it super quiet. So I'm going to flip my stack around and shove it down the tube, making sure my ports are all aligned. In our experience, we found that having your ports aligned always gives you the best sound performance as well as accuracy. So there's that. We'll see how that does. All right, so it's telling us our average was 106.9, but that's because it picked up a couple sounds that weren't actually shots. So we'll go ahead and delete those. And there we go. And that brings our average up for that string at least to 109.1. Let's do some dry firing. All right, go ahead. All right, so we got this 100, that was him closing the bolt, so let's kill that. Okay, so just dry firing. We had 107.1 at the muzzle and 117.2 at the ear. So this is an integrally suppressed 22 LR, and we're still gonna use the CCI standard velocity just to kind of compare it to the other suppressed firearms we just had. The other thing to keep in mind is with integrally suppressed firearms, they either, generally speaking, they either have super short barrels, so you're not getting nearly the velocity that you would on a full-length barrel, and that's intentional to make, supers subsonic, or it has a ported barrel, which essentially just accomplishes the same thing. You're just kind of gutting the velocity, but we'll see. Do you gain that much in sound performance for losing the velocity? I actually don't know. I've never even sound tested this thing, so we'll find out. Ready when you are. Well, there you go. There's the numbers. If you ask me, I think you should just buy a switchback, but I'm not your mom. Do what you want. Okay, so we've metered 22 LR firearms for you, so both suppressed and unsuppressed, which is about as quiet as it gets as far as suppressed firearms go. So now we're going to meter a bunch of random stuff. So I got this G36 electric airsoft gun. So we'll pop a couple shots off, see how that meters. Well, if I'm doing airsoft, better get geared up. Ugh. All right, now I'm geared up to shoot airsoft. It's about the same as, yeah, a 22. Except it's actually quieter at the ear than a 22. Officially licensed Airsoft Glock 19. It's actually pretty noisy. So the muzzle we're 118, 119, 120-ish. And at the ear, we're 120 to 124, it looks like. So it's actually a little louder than, you know, a suppressed handgun. Take this stuff off. Yeah. Actually have to figure out how to use this. I haven't played with one of these in many fortnights. Oh, I meant Fortnite as in the unit of time, not a video game. It is turning on its own now. There we go. Holy crap, that's actually really not awesome. 130, 128 average at the muzzle, 122 at the ear. Good to know. This is my very own personal staple gun I use to hang up targets. All right, let's make sure we're calibrated. You know how behind the breech? I'm just kidding. I'll just do ish at the shooter's ear. I guess I don't need a board, but you good? Do it gangster style, because that's the only way I can really get on top of it. I've never felt more awkward shooting a staple gun. That was pretty good. That's pretty close to a good 22 suppressor. Check out that first round pop too. No first round pop, negative first round pop even. What a well-designed staple gun. All right, so we got that staple gun. Okay, let's try a man's staple gun. I'm gonna tape this guard back to just shoot it down range. Don't try this at home. I don't know if this is ATF compliant. Probably not. If somehow this makes it quieter by putting the tape on it, then I guess it would technically be a suppressor. But yeah, it's not advisable. So don't do this at home. I'm a professional stapleman. Okay, a little on the noisier end. Still not bad though. That's still just like in the range of a suppressed 22, honestly. What kind of neat stuff did we bring? Ooh, I'm kind of hungry, so we just do this. We're gonna have to do a sound average of 2 though, because we only have 2 bags of chips, which is a perfect serving size for a couple of hungry boys. Make sure you annotate them as flamin' hot nacho. They're probably gonna run a little hot. Okay, I think I'm ready. I think that 120 was the pop, the 104 was a crinkle. All right, let's get another one. Well, I picked up a couple crinkles, but when it actually popped, looks like you're between 118 and 120 at the muzzle, and 118 to 125 at the shooter's ear, so. Party poppers. We have 10 of them. Should we do a 10-round average? I need a bandolier. I bet like a 12-gauge shotgun bandolier would work for these. Is that at the ear-ish? Well, that's pretty noisy. They smell kind of good. They smell just like the cap gun. I guess I might as well do a 10-round average, right? For some reason, it feels really weird popping with these with you downrange. Like, this is not safe. 125-ish, a little over 125. pretty even between muzzle and ear. So yeah, good back pressure management. Nice action to muzzle noise balance there. He blows really good. I'm already lightheaded. Good. That was actually pretty loud. Yeah, that first one at the ear, 136. I wonder if OSHA's keeping an eye on all the party supply shops for people that accidentally pop balloons. I'm kind of like scared to do the champagne because I don't know how to open champagne. I feel like anytime I've had something like this, I like figure it out and make a fool of myself in the process. So maybe turn off the camera. Okay, how are you supposed to open these? Like just pull it off with your hand versus, you don't use a corkscrew, do you? I have a feeling this is gonna scare the shit out of me. Is this how you do it? You just, I'm not a party guy. All right, I'm more confident now. I'm gonna be less scared to do the next one. Should I shake it? Should I like try to? Oh God. No regrets. Ah, jeez. It's like creeping on its own. God, come on. So close. Oh, this is 2019. That's a good year. That was a little premature. It happens. There's gonna be a lot of cleanup after this part of the video. All right, so yeah, we're like 126, 124, 127. So yeah, 125-ish at the muzzle and the ear. So yeah, definitely hearing safe and not as quiet as a suppressed 22, but obviously a lot quieter than an unsuppressed 22. All right, let's break some stuff. Beaver just dropped that down to be the same level as this table, so we're not mil-spec with the height, but at least, you know, we're a meter to the side. So we'll get a comparable sound recording. So this will be like, oh, I got a plate of nachos. I'm walking over to the TV. Oh man, I slipped. That was pretty loud. Picked up every impact. There you go. So picked up a few different impulses there. So 128 was the loudest it was. Good to know. It's hearing safe. So much stuff is hearing safe around here. Okay, now we're gonna see how loud a dog bark is. All right. So, can I scoot her? Is she gonna freak out?
Stay.
Good. All right. Let's give it a shot. Beaver, you recording? All right. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good.
All right. That was awesome. So of all those woofs and barks, it looks like the quietest was 96, and then the loudest bark out of that was 119. So, not too shabby. That's a good dog. All right, we're gonna set up a little competition. We're gonna go back to mil standard, ASA spec, and we're gonna see who can clap the loudest. That felt pretty weak. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't tell anybody about that. I can do better. Oh, that was even more embarrassing.
It's good.
I've never had to focus on clapping so much. Oh my gosh.
You got two in there.
My hands kind of sting. Should we just turn up the sensitivity?
Highest was 118.3.
All right, I'll take it. All right, Beav, go. Oh, that was good. That was like some pretty damn good clapping. Is my stuff just weak, or was that really good? 125.9 is the record. All right, so we have a couple of arrow launching technologies. We've got a 60-pound compound bow and a old crossbow. So let's see how quiet these are. Got these busted arrows. I actually don't have any idea what I'm doing. This thing's like 20 years old. I'm kind of scared. $110 at the muzzle, 112 at the ear. Okay. Should we just send another one? See how consistent it is? Okay. All right, 112, 111. That's pretty quiet. Quieter than most 22s. Cool. These should be banned. Clearly they're very murdery. All right, let's do the actual bow. Okay. Trying to figure out where I should stand with this. It's kind of awkward with the mics. Okay. Sub 110, that's pretty quiet. Yeah, that's actually right on par with the switchback and rifle optimized. Yeah. Good. Wow, that's super quiet. I knew it would be quiet. I thought it might be like sub 110, but yeah, we're like, that last one at least, 101, 101.6. That's a little quieter than I was expecting, honestly. Well, that's enough of the stuff that we know is gonna be quiet. We've got a stereo here, pretty nice one. Let's blare some good music and see how loud that is. All right, so next we're gonna see what some loud music sounds like. So I've got some stuff queued up just what I was listening to on the way to work. Then we'll see how that sounds. Oh, hang on, sorry. So there you go. If you listen to heavy metal, it's about as loud as a switchback. But duration is a thing too. Obviously with a switchback or any gun or silencer for that matter, it's an impulse noise, it's instantaneous. Obviously this is a sustained noise. So, I mean, if your decibels are all equal and your waveforms are all equal, but it's an impulse versus a continuous one, you're obviously a lot more likely to notice or feel that the continuous noise is a lot more substantial because, well, it's continuing. It's not just done and over that quick. So, wait.
You do the wind, you gotta go.
So I seal both ends, right?
Yeah.
I pretty much ruined that one.
So,
How about you do it and I'll flick it since you know what you're doing. Oh, it's pretty. It's a good pop. I would say that one's probably going to be
112.
112?
That's my guess.
I was thinking higher. I'll go with 112.1. Nice safe bet if it's louder. Wow, 124.
I was way off.
Yeah, let's try another one, see how consistent it is. $120.7. Looks like we picked up some rustling there, but that 104 won't get. So 124 and 120. That sounded a little quieter. 116.6. Average of the three was 120.5, so it's about as quiet as I don't know, suppressed 22 handgun. That probably makes sense why straws are banned in California. So So if guns were banned and you couldn't have a silencer, and so you had to use improvised weapons if someone attacked you and you had to defend yourself, you might use a glass bottle. We're gonna see how loud this ends up being. Good?
Blunt force. Focus.
Okay. I'm just gonna try it one more time. How loud was that?
128.6.
Okay. It's about as loud as just smacking the table with it. Okay, so with everything we've tested today, we've used 22 LR firearms and suppressors as our baseline and basically shown you as quiet as it gets. It might also be worth noting everything we shot today was subsonic, so the CCI standard velocity is inherently subsonic. It's right on that line. And then the CCI quiets are definitely subsonic. So, I mean, they're quieter ammos. A lot of your 22LR stuff out there is supersonic, which would be louder. At that point, like with the switchback and rifle optimized configuration, you'd actually be picking up the sonic crack as your peak every time that bullet's coming out of the silencer rather than the actual hot air contacting the atmosphere. All right, so I guess that's about it for today. If you have any other ideas or suggestions for videos you want to see in the future, I've already got a list of a few that we're going to do, but if you have anything you really want to see, let us know so we can add it to the list. And yeah, we'll see you next time. I ran out of words. I need more.